Hey YouTubers, it's Drea. I'm back after a very long time away. I apologize. Lots of personal things going on, but it can't be helped. So today I'm going to talk about something I've been talking to on my forum that I go to, blackhairmedia.com, and it's not like I talk about it a lot, but I think it's important for people that make their own mixes. I see a lot of the ladies on YouTube that do their natural hair thing. Yay! They put their stuff in, and there's really no preservatives for their mixes, and that's fine. If you're going to use, a certain set amount of mix right then and there, and like your pre-poos or your deep conditioners or stuff like that, if you're going to use it and get it over and done with, then that's fine. But if you plan on letting anything sit out for a day to 3 days of use, you need to preserve it. So I'm going to talk about, real quick, some natural preservatives that you can put into your mix. The first thing that you want to put into your mix is definitely some vitamin E oil. I had said to Lady P NYC, what's up, girl? I said to her in an email that I kind of sent her, said that you might want to put some honey, raw honey, or some tea tree oil right here, a few drops of this, or about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of raw honey. The reason is because raw honey is an antimicrobial agent naturally. It stops microbes from forming in anything that is made with a liquid base. It does not have to be just water based, a liquid base. Like oils can go bad and get rancid as well and draw microbial bacteria to your mix. So honey stops that from happening altogether. So a teaspoon of that in your mix would be good. Even if you're just putting in your vegetable glycerin and water mix. Just spritz some in there, shake it up, and you can leave it sit out, and you don't have to worry about it. The next thing that I said to her about the tea tree is because it's an antifungal and antibacterial agent. It stops fungus from growing, and that's why it's so good with skin disorders like eczema, psoriasis, and conditions of the scalp. It's good at helping with that. And she had said she made her annotations, which I did see, thank you, and she corrected it, and I think that that's important. What it was is she made her Shalo mix. This is my Shalo mix right here. I made this about 5 to 6 days ago. There are no microbes, there's no bacteria, it still smells like black castor oil and rosemary, because that's what I put in it. And my vitamin E oil, and there's honey in here. This is what my mix looks like. It's nice and creamy, and it's soft, and I cover it, but there's no mold, and I just leave it sit out, no refrigeration. The next one, the vitamin E oil. This is vitamin E oil. This is 400 IUs. You can use no less than 400 IUs. What is recommended is that you use 1,400 as the least amount that you could possibly use to preserve your mix of whatever you're making. The reason is because a regular vitamin E oil that you buy off the supermarket shelf is good, but you have to use a lot of it to get the preservative nature that you're looking for your mix. 400 IU is fairly sufficient for small batches of stuff like my mix here. If I'm going to make some big stuff like my shampoos and stuff, then I definitely want to use the 1,400 IU. Now there is a 5,000 IU of vitamin E oil, but that's like the max, and if you're like super producing that stuff, that's what you want to use. This is good. 1,400 IUs is better. The next natural preservative some people don't know about is rosemary and sage oil. Both of these are antifungal, antibacterial agents. That's why they're so good at growing hair and regrowing hair on the scalp, because they do cleanse the scalp. They do help get rid of that bacteria that may be sitting around, and they're good. If you just take some sage oil and put a teaspoon or so aside and dip a Q-tip into it and rub it along your scalp, you'll feel so much better. If you preserve your mixes with it, you'll feel even better because it's going to last for a long, long time. Now, with these mixes, and this is the one thing about them, if you're using them to preserve, you might want to use them as a 1 to 5 ratio, which means about a teaspoon of rosemary or sage oil to 5 cups of whatever you're mixing. And that is because these two impart their own smell into your mix. If you like rosemary and sage smell, then that's fine. Leave it the way that it is. If not, you're going to end up using, a little bit more fragrance oils that you don't really want to use to try and cover up the smell. 1 to 5 ratio on these. The last one, there's 2 more, and I don't have either one of them because they're hard to find. Grapeseed Extract, not grapeseed oil, grapeseed extract. Grapeseed Extract is a multi-platform of things that it gets rid of. Antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral, and antimicrobial. It is a broad spectrum preservative. It is used in most natural hair products that we ladies like to create on our own, or the ladies that sell stuff like Oil Handmade use their grapeseed extract to preserve their mixes and stuff. I'm not saying that they do, but they may. And it's so popular as a natural preservative that it is sold out of just about everywhere that I have gone to look for it, except the United Kingdom. And they don't deliver to the United States. Costs too much for customs, and that's just a bummer. But if you can get your hands on it, and it's not like you can go to a food house store or something like that to find it, so that's out. If you can get your hands on it, then go for it. If not, keep trying. The last one is Neem Oil. Neem Oil is an Ayurvedic Indian health. They've been using it for years, centuries, whatever. Neem oil is antibacterial, antimicrobial, and it is a good preservative to use. I don't know about the ratio for addition to that because I don't have neem oil. It's also hard to get a hold of, and if I do happen to find it, they want an arm and 2 legs and your firstborn for it, and I'm not ready to pay that much, so I just go without. But if you can get your hands on it, again, do so and add it to your mixes. The reason why you want to preserve your mixes is because, like I said, even if you make a batch and you're going to hold on to it for a couple of days, microbes and bacteria start to form within 2 to 4 hours of you making your mix. And then you start seeing mold within 3 to 5 days, maybe 3 to 7 days if you put something in the refrigerator. But that mold is still forming, and those microbes are still there, and it's not helping you any. So you might want to go ahead and, even if you don't want to go with the broad spectrum thing, just put some honey in it and roll with that. I feel it's important to preserve your mixes. Of course, all this stuff that we use, is so that it still be edible if you're going to eat it. But you want to, you really want to put preservatives in there and make sure that it's safe. So that is the preservative video. Again, I apologize for being gone for so long, but things can't be helped when things get help. You guys have a good day, and I'll try and make a video maybe in the next 2 weeks. Later.